Okay, hi everyone, and welcome to today's sharing. Okay, today I'm going to share a little bit about myself, all right, and I'm going to share about what are 5 rules, right, that I've used to be able to create wealth. And I'm inviting you to come on this journey with me. Okay, it's just a 10-minute short, 10-minute sharing. Now, a little bit about myself, but before that, let me switch my screen to my slide. Okay, so today I'm going to teach you about the 5 rules of wealth. Okay, now I'm married. I currently have like 3 kids already. These are my pair of twins. Now, a lot of people do not know this, but I mean, if you actually see me, I'm actually younger than I am. I look like a young boy, but I'm actually already 36 years old. Okay, so I do have a secret, which later I will share with you. So let's get back to the slide. Okay, so I have these kids, and last time I was academically retarded, and I got kicked out of school twice. I dropped out of college, and and even in polytechnic I repeated 1 year. So I'm someone who cannot study. So I decided that if I cannot study, I cannot get a degree, I'll definitely get a very low paying job. So I decided to start my own business. So one of the business I started was the e-commerce business, which generated over $1 million in just 5 years. Then subsequently, I went to join ERA as a real estate agent, and within my first month, I became top out of 8,000 over real estate agent, making a 6-figure income in my first month. That's interesting because 2 months later, I sold a bungalow. I was a top agent again. I could make another 6 figure. So in 1 year, I transacted more than $80 million in properties. That's not to boost, but just to show you that I do have a way in which I think that can allow me to achieve that, which later on I'll share with you. All right. And of course, I also started my own training school. I trained over 2,000 real estate agents from all over Singapore, from CBRE, Protonix, ERA, you name it. Self-Views, I've also trained in all these companies. And I've generated more than $1 million in school fees just for talking, which is not bad. And but I grew very tight, so I decided that maybe I should start an e-commerce online business, which let me check my sales report. Let me just check my sales report. And okay, here. Okay, so the last 1 year, I generated about 10.8 million US in 1 year, all right, using my e-commerce platform that I first started. But before I did this, of course, there were many things that I learned, okay, which I'm going to share with you. What did I learn that allowed me to achieve that? Okay, the first thing you need to understand is this concept. What a lot of people do is a lot of people are exchanging time for money. And that's a problem. Most people exchange time for money, and I think it's a very bad idea that people make money because of using exchanging time for money. But actually, the important thing is this. Example, you have a phone here. Okay, now like when you want to buy the phone, do you actually worry about? Do you actually think about how many hours I work in order for you to pay for this phone? Do you actually, do you actually want to know? No, nobody actually bothered to know. Like even for my shirt, now, do you actually bother how many hours I work to get the shirt? So a lot of people are thinking of exchanging time for money, which is a very stupid way to make money. But actually, if you want to make money, that's what people do. People will give you money not for your time, for actually the value you deliver. And you can actually give value for money without you being there. Example, you can have a shirt there, that's a value. Online, people provide information online, people buy products online. Even example, I can turn this video course into a product that has value, that teaches people how to make money online. And it's value that people are willing to pay for to help you succeed, to pay you money for. So it's the value, not the time. So if you think that the way to make money is actually the time to work and then make the money, that's actually not the right way to build a business. All right. In that sense, you'll never be able to achieve success. Okay. So the next concept I want you to understand is this. I know you're learning something, right? The next concept is called money versus wealth. Now, I ask a lot of people, do you want to make money or do you want to build wealth? It's actually two different things. Now, a lot of people think that money, I mean, you can make money anytime as long as you work for someone, every month you get paid. But what is wealth? Now, a lot of people don't understand wealth. Wealth is defined as the number of days that you don't have to work and you still get paid. All right, that's called wealth. Wealth is the number of days you don't have to work and you still get paid. So, do you have anything right now that you have wealth right now that when you stop working, you don't do anything and every month you still get paid? Do you have that? Now, the only reason why one way that people build wealth is to start online, is to either start an online business or they actually buy properties, and they rent it out the properties. So in Singapore, if you want to buy a property to rent out and get 5,000 every month, then you need to invest a $2 million cash house, okay, to build wealth. To build a wealth of 5,000 every month. Now, if your lifestyle is 10,000 and you want to build wealth, then you need 10,000 every month. You need a business, or you need something that generate you 10,000 every month without you working. So what would you like to build? Would you like money, or would you like wealth? What would you like? Well, yeah. So I've got someone here. Anyway, so you like to build wealth, right? So wealth is defined as the number of days, right, that you don't have to work and you get paid, and that exactly is wealth. Okay. The next thing is, so you want to build wealth. So what do you do? Start a business, right? So if you want to start a business, well, there are two ways in which you can start a business right now: online versus offline. So which business would you like to start? Offline, start a store, physical store, or online? Now, which is cheaper and better to start? Obviously, online, because you know why? Because online, you know, Jack Ma, right? Jack Ma was doing online business, and in just 14 years, he can beat Li Ka-shing 60 over years in property tycoon just online. So this money online you can make at the speed of light. Okay, so that's the third thing you understand. So you would like to build business online, offline. So now that you want to build a business online, okay, so the next thing is which business to start then? Okay, which business to start? Okay, I will tell people, start with a business. All right, okay, you must understand, start business in a market, right, in a market where there are majority of people in it. Okay, that is how you start a business. So example, let me just put this here. Okay, start a business in a huge market. The bigger the market, the better. Okay, now I always tell people, to build wealth or to make money, you have to learn how to solve people problem. Okay, let me just change this. Oops, I think I just used the wrong. Start a business in a market, sorry, in a huge market. Okay, huge market. So let me just, huge market, if I can put this in. Okay, but anyway, so start in a huge market. So let's look at this, the market right now. Okay, so what would be a good business to start for a market? Okay, let's look at the world today population. Let's use population. Okay, of course, the more solution you can provide, of course, the better it is. So let's look at the world market. Okay, now we know that right now I only have two siblings, so there's three of us. My father has 7, my mother has 5 siblings. Okay, and my grandparents on my father's side has about 10 siblings. My mother's side has about 12 siblings, as in my grandparents. You know, we have about 12 of them. Okay, so if that is the case, 12 of them. So tell me, what does the whole world population tell you about the business, about the world? Well, it tells you that the world population majority is between 40 to 70 years old, right? And it's with China even worse because of one-child policy. So this is where the money is being made. So let me ask you, if this is where the money is being made, tell me, what problems do they have? So those people who are between 40 to 70 who make up majority of the world population. Yeah, you're right. Health. Okay, what else? Beauty. Okay, what else? They're looking for passive income. Okay, they're looking for, do they want to look for another job for 50 plus? No, right? Or 70 plus. What do they want? They want a good investment, right? They want to use the money, they've worked hard all their life and invest in something that's worthwhile, right? So investment. And of course, that's why property market in 1985, when majority of the population bought properties, boom. And in 2007, those people have saved up money, now they invest in property. So they start a huge market, okay? So if you can go into anti-aging market, you can make a lot of money. Just to prove to you, to let you know that actually Google went into an anti-aging business quite some time ago, just last year only. And Google, as you know, most of their business are not into anti-aging, but because they know the whole world population is searching on Google. Google knows what the whole world is looking for. And instead of investing in just technology alone, they went to invest in what, you know? They went to invest in, right, anti-aging. They started an anti-aging company called Calico last year, and they invested $500,000 to $1.5 billion to go in. So this is a market that Google is going in already. So therefore, we all can go in and make money. All right. So the next thing is, you need to understand this thing called disruptive technology if you want to go into this market and make a lot of money. Okay, let me explain to you what is disruptive technology. Okay, think about this. Okay, now IBM was once a giant, and IBM was a giant with all the money they have in the world, and yet they cannot conquer the market, and yet they were not able to conquer the market. All right. So IBM did not create Microsoft. Microsoft started in school, and Microsoft, with all the money they have, cannot create Google. Google, with all the money they have, cannot create what else? Cannot create Facebook. So in most businesses, when people do business, okay, most of them, when they do business, is that they don't actually know about how to go about doing business. All right, disruptive technology, and the problem is because most of their business is growing linear, which means it grows this way. It grows upward this way. They can only grow linear. Example, Kodak and Fujifilm. They could only grow by improving their current technology with their current machinery. For example, if someone's create a film, Fujifilm, Kodak film, they can only improve by making the film store more pictures, or even can reuse the film. That's the best they can do, right? Keep improving technology. But because of digital photography, all right, right now has made Kodak and Fujifilm bankrupt, right? They cannot throw away their machine. They cannot use the machine for anything because technology right now online disrupted their whole technology. Same as well. Sometimes there's skincare technology that right now a lot of factories, that use infuse more vitamins inside the thing. But if the new technology right now for skin renewal is using stem cells from human being, which is factory cannot produce, all right? So it would disrupt the whole entire skincare industry. So I'm going to show you one of the, I'm sure you're interested to know how I make the 10 million, right? What did I sell, right? So I'm going to show you online one of the disruptive technology that I've had on my online website that will 10.6 million. I'm going to show you a short video right now. Okay, so just watch and enjoy.
A very small amount. Flip the lid over and reseal it so you can use this file 2 or 3 more times.
Oops, are you actually looking?
We actually do this to some of our employees, and we got 5 people done with it.
What you want to do is tap a very, very thin layer. I'm just tapping a very thin layer on her skin, but you want to leave it about.
Okay, I think the video is not showing. I'm supposed to show this disruptive technology, but anyway, some of you might know what video it is. Okay, so let me just get back to the screen. I think I cannot show the disruptive technology, but this disruptive technology allow people to get rid of the eye bag and the wrinkles in just 1 minute. Okay, so what if there is a business that I could build an e-commerce website for you, and it only contains all the anti-aging disruptive technology, because I don't want to own the factory, because if you own a factory, you only can grow linear. But if you have an e-commerce business that I can help you to grow to 115 countries, all right, and I'll do the delivery for you. So we'll do the delivery for you, and with the technology that has all the disruptive, groundbreaking, anti-aging technologies to put into your website and to solve the problem for majority of the population. How would that feel? Now, that's how I generate. So if you want to learn from me, you can learn from me for free, okay? Just fill up the comment at the bottom, okay, of this page, or fill up the form or the comment at the bottom, and I will get you started and show you how you can create wealth, okay, using e-commerce platform, using disruptive technology that you can put on a website for free. But of course, I only can take 20 people. So if you're on the first 20 to be on board, and then I will train you, I'll build a website up for you for free. But of course, you must promise me do exactly what. Okay, so if you can do that, just fill up the form at the bottom, and we can get started on this training globally. So okay, so thank you for joining me. So I hope that you've learned something interesting today, and I'll catch you in the next training.